Welcome, everyone. I have the distinct pleasure of being here today with Sven Haynes, who's the Director of IT for Blendtec. Welcome, Sven.
Hi, Paul.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I got a lot of questions for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I know Blendtec because I've watched the viral videos, and I actually had the very painful pleasure, I guess, of watching my phone and my wife's phone being crushed by your blenders in one video.
Right.
But aside from the fact that your blenders can crush anything that's thrown in their path, can you tell us some more about Blendtec, what it does, how it works?
Well, so we make the most advanced, most powerful blenders in the world. We make them all in Orem, Utah. We have a factory there. We assemble our own circuit boards. We put high quality into our product. And as you mentioned, that 3.8 horsepower motor can blend just about anything. So the viral video that you referred to, I think the first one we produced involved a 2x4 being shredded in the blender. So yeah,
2x4.
A lot of power there.
Okay, so here's something that really interests me. You have a lot of competition out there. I know you probably don't think you have any competition, but you do. You have people who
Sure.
battle you for market share, and they're big companies. Some of these guys are huge.
Yep.
So I know that you guys are actually avid users of technology, especially kind of integrated technology.
Right.
Can you tell us more about that and take your time and kind of explain it out a little bit, how you use that integrated technology?
Sure. So we're a small company, but we have a global footprint. We make and sell millions of blenders through retail outlets, direct to consumers via our website. We rely on technology to enable us to serve our customers in the best possible way. So what we have in the back end that runs our factory is an ERP system, Dynamics AX.
Okay.
We've integrated that to Dynamics CRM on the front end. That's the customer-facing side. And then we put Power BI on top of that for analytics. So what we're able to do is expose crucial operational facts about people's orders, about the status of production to our customer-facing side of the business, so that they can relay that to our customers, to our business partners, distributors, and so on. And at the same time, we're able to place information directly in the operational system via CRM. So that serves as our order entry system. We keep track of opportunities. We can shore up our forecast, our planning, all those things.
So what if you were to look at sort of some of the benefits derived, other than what you've just described in terms of the outcomes that you've been looking for,
Yeah.
what are some of the results that you've seen, let's say, in a given year from that kind of integration?
Sure. We've improved the accuracy of our forecasts by, 60, 70% over the course of the last year, just by keeping track of opportunities in a more organized fashion. We've enhanced our ability to follow up with the customer service queue by using CRM.
Wow.
We use Power BI analytics to great effect to give us a sense of where the company's headed at any given time. So our executives love the self-service nature of that, the real-time analytics that we can project.
So Sven, you've told me about the company. You've told me about your use of integrated technology. Tell me a little bit about your customers.
Sure. Our customers range from, the end users, the consumers that make smoothies with our blenders, to the retail stores that sell our blenders, to the commercial customers that use our blenders to make millions of smoothies every day for people like Jamba Juice, for example.
So what do you do with Jamba Juice exactly?
So we have an integration to that customer, and we're leveraging CRM's 2016's portal technology to make that happen. And then beyond that, we're also going to deploy portal technology to enable our end users, our consumers, to contact us directly for help and support, to ask us questions. So we want to provide a much more social and personalized experience, not just for the consumer, but also for our business-to-business partners and distributors.
So it's pretty hardcore customer engagement is what you're doing.
That's what we're going for, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you have a blender. Okay, it's on one level, I know you use it in large industrial kind of it's a large industrial machine, but on the other level, it's a lifestyle unit too. I mean, you're talking about something that with the universe of foodies we have now, and people who are, even those people who are just interested in making smoothies, which you can apparently make with an iPhone 6 Plus, you have all kinds of ways that you can intrigue people. But here's the thing. So we're dealing with customers now who demand a very high degree of personalization. And consequently, it's not like you can just give them a blender and that's enough. Right? So, but we also have a whole world with IoT and, and things like that are starting to emerge as kind of core, I don't want to call them necessities yet, but let's say they're at minimum nice to have, heading to need to have, so that you can get kind of the data you have on individual customers and so on. Your future, from that standpoint, from the standpoint of IoT, from the standpoint of personalization, from the standpoint, tell me a lot about your future, because again, you're fighting for a customer who wants you to know them.
Yes, absolutely. So the personalization of our devices is very important to us, because people do have a personal relationship with their blender. We have an 8-year warranty on those blenders. We do replace them from time to time, but when people call us, they want that blender immediately working again. It's part of their lifestyle, as you mentioned. So right now we have some gamification built into our blenders, so that keeps track of how many blends you're doing at any given time. It tells you congratulations. But where we really want to go is connect that blender to the Internet of Things and hook it up to sensors that can help people make the best possible smoothie, that can crowdsource recipes, that can give people nutritional data, all via their smart devices, and give us, in turn, diagnostic and usage data to continuously keep improving our product.
So on that, let's take that a little further. So I have one of your blenders, let's say. Although I have to admit, I was kind of intrigued by the idea of gamifying a blender. I have, and I have nutritional data that I want to know something. I also want to build a perfect smoothie, right? It's I don't know, a guava, pineapple, banana, strawberry smoothie. With kale. But there's countless possible ways of doing this. There's a million recipes out there in a book. What are you going to do to help me build a perfect smoothie exactly, and how technologically you can even accomplish it? I mean, do you have your own app already, or are you building, or are you using Power BI to analyze that? Okay, we've done 10 million people have actually, or let's say 25 people have actually done that weird smoothie I just described, and the one that has said 5-star, 5-star, 5-star was this particular. I mean, how are you analyzing this data to come up with the idea that you're going to build some template for me that's going to tell me how to build a perfect smoothie?
So we're, as I mentioned, a small, medium company, so we don't have a massive data center in Orem, but we can rely on Microsoft's Azure cloud to pull the data from literally millions of devices in, analyze it, and crunch those numbers. But in terms of helping people then pick the right recipe, we can crowdsource that, as you mentioned, through ratings and things like that. The app will tell you in what order to put ingredients into the jar to have the perfect blend.
Wow. So, okay, we got a little more time. I'd like to ask you one more question. So tell me a great story of the use of your blender and what you're doing with it. Tell me a great story, anyone you want.
So I just learned, actually, the other day that you can make a fantastic vegan cheese dip using our blender. And what you do is you spin it up for about 3 minutes, and it actually, through sheer kinetic energy, heats the ingredients into a hot soup. Wow. So you can make a sauce, you can make a
kinetic energy from the blender?
That's right. So
oh my God.
So you can make hot things, cold things, whatever you want.
Wow. Well, thank you, sir. That was awesome. And you know what? My wife and I are actually looking for a blender, and now you're now, pardon the horrible pun, in the mix.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you, Sven. It was a real pleasure.